What's going on, everyone? Monahan is under the weather. He's a sick little boo bear, so we're going to get through it, just Ryan and I. And what is going on, everyone? What is going on? It's week 13. We got playoff berths happening. We have you come down to the final wire for this is probably one of the last weeks for fantasy, right? Before we hit playoffs.
Yeah, it's this week and maybe 2 more weeks, and then playoffs, depending on which league. So we're getting to the wire, to the end.
I know. Right now, in our fantasy league, it's you, then Monahan, then me. It's
tight. I had to play my hand next week too.
I hope he beats the shit out of you.
Come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey, I got your first kill, so that's all I'm happy about.
I know. Yeah,
I got it. My piece of shit team got it. The fact I'm third in our league is fucking stupid. Like,
I know. Proud of you.
That's just stupid.
Thank you, Monahan. All right, so moving right along, we are going to do this.
Must starts.
All right, so for me this week, I'm going with Derek Carr, Las Vegas versus what the fuck football team. Derek Carr had a strong game at Dallas in week 22 with 22 fantasy points, and he passed for 373 yards and a touchdown, along with 21 rushing yards. Well done. That's now at least 21 fantasy points in 4 out of his past 6 games. He should have another strong outing this week against Washington. The what the fuck football team defense allows the most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Russell Wilson also scored 22 fantasy points against Washington in week 12, and Carr has a top 10 upside this week at home. And he scored at least 21. I already said that. Why did I write that there twice? Because I did this at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Why not?
And why not? I mean, like I like Derek Carr. I mean, feel that with Vegas has always had a bad rap. Like the team itself has always had a bad rap, not just because Chucky was apparently being racist and homophobic, but just in general, they've always had that bad rap of being like the retirement team. Like that's where football players go to die. So,
it's almost like they should play at a different city every year. That's how this team is. And I also wonder, you think there's a strip club at that stadium?
There better be. There better be. Call it the locker.
A casino and a strip club in there.
Casino, a strip club, a shopping mall. Definitely some like a showgirl thing. That's what they should do when they score a touchdown. Is across the jumbotron, just have instead of cheerleaders, you just see the show like the chorus line goes.
But anyway, I think Derek Carr has been pretty solid. Solid quarterback throughout the season, and I wouldn't be surprised he gets some good passing yards today, and same with his wide receivers. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Yeah,
let's see what they're going to do there. And I'm just reading what you picked, and I feel this did not age well.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, it's another.
He's not playing today.
Yes, he is.
When they make that, they made that announcement. I heard yesterday he wasn't playing. That they were starting with Hurts.
Like last night, I found out at like 9 o'clock, like late. Like it was a last minute thing. I know. Yeah. So,
Did you say it was a last second move?
Yeah. Last second sport move. Yeah. I mean, I got a friendly matchup. Jets are 30th in pass defense, with the Jets allowing 39 touchdowns, 3.5 per game. New York has allowed multiple passing touchdowns in 7 straight games. So we'll see what happens. Like, obviously, the Eagles should run the ball, but they didn't do it last week. So
how do you stop doing what you were good at? Like, you actually looked like a real football team when you're running the ball and doing the RPO.
Yeah.
And you went full. Never go full retard. What the hell, man?
I don't know. And the worst part, they lost on Michael Strahan Day. Like, fuck that guy.
Seriously, man. The gap between his teeth, you could have kicked another field goal.
I know.
That should have been
Yes.
like they should have been if they were able to do that. Could have been like the assassin cup in beer pong. Like you
Yeah.
get it through Michael Strahan's teeth. That's it. Game over.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my.
So
So I mean, yeah, it's gonna just bring more Eagles drama, So he'll do good today. He'll sling it. He'll throw. Devontae Smith will get a touchdown, and you know
watch
maybe
Jalen Rieger actually catch a pass.
exactly. I was about to say that he'll catch a
would make
pass.
not for any other reason. So as you might have noticed here, anybody who's actually listens to the show, I am anti Hurts. I think I know he's an athletic quarterback, which is great. I don't like an athletic quarterback for our team. You need someone who can read the field because we don't have a strong offensive line. So you need someone who can go, oh shit, we're going to get ran. We're going to get we're getting blitzed. Well, who do I got? 1, 2, 3, bam, 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 go. That's why Tom Brady is Tom Brady, because he has a 0.3 second release on his throw.
And the worst part is, most times our offensive line's playing good, and then he just doesn't read the field well. So anyway,
he's not ready for the pros.
Yeah.
And that's a problem with Heisman winning. Was he a Heisman winner?
Nah, but he put up good numbers in college.
Right, but great college quarterbacks sometimes can't cut it in the NFL. It's just a different monster, and
totally
that's
different.
why. And I can't. That's why I don't like him. I don't think he's not a match for the Eagles. I don't think he's fit for it, and that's how I feel about it. But hopefully Uncle Rico does a good job today. I'm really hoping he does.
The mustache.
Fear the stash. They're selling tickets for this game for $45.
Really?
For mezzanine front row, $45. I almost said, "Fuck it, let's go up there." Had I known Monahan was not feeling well, I would have went. I would have said, "Let's go, grab the gear," and did it from the new stadium up there.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been great. So, moving on to wide running backs. Here we go. So I'm going with Elijah Mitchell from San Fran versus Seattle. Mitchell is going to have a big performance. Mitchell had a great performance in Week 12 against the Vikings, and he didn't disappoint. They said he was going to do well, and he showed up and conquered. Minnesota had injury concerns along with his defensive line. Mitchell dominated in the game with 27 carries for 133 yards and a touchdown, along with 5 catches for 35 yards on 6 targets. He should have the chance for a solid encore, and I'd like to see him as a top 5 fantasy running back in all the leagues. With Debo out with a groin injury, you might get more scoring chances for Mitchell, which would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good week for San Fran. Actually, further down when we get to it, I've put San Fran player in this too. Seattle's done, so I think this is
like a fork in them this year, and it's a shame. It's a shame. They're not even losing bad. They're just losing.
Exactly.
It's one of the, and that's what sucks is they're always a solid team. That coach he's got an amazing head coach, but it's just like
yeah,
you almost had it.
We'll see. I think there's gonna be some changes. It's either maybe they'll fire Pete Carroll or they'll say goodbye to Russell Wilson.
I think it's time to say goodbye to Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Pete Carroll's too great of a coach, and if they got rid of him, they'd be fucking stupid. So let's see. Who do you got?
Oh, Matheson, I'm going with this week because Dalvin Cook, is out this week. When he replaced Cook, he rushed for 112 and 113 yards in those both games, while also catching 13 balls for 99 yards and a touchdown. Last year, he put up 145 yards and 2 TDs at Detroit. So he's not Cook, but the team, Minnesota, doesn't steer away too much with the offense when starting him. They'll just keep doing what they're doing with running, and the line's also ranked 29th in run defense, so this should be easy one.
Quality garbage
quality
time
start. Football? Yeah.
Actually, no, I can't say garbage time football. That's Eagles and the Jets. That's just which turd can get down the toilet faster.
Yeah. But easy start. I think he was open for a lot of waiver wire, so I think definitely start him.
I really got to start paying attention to the waiver wires. That's my biggest downfall is not picking up player. I literally only look for players when I go, oh shit, this one's hurt. Oh shit, I got nobody here.
In our league, for example, I was doing so well that I was the same way. I kind of just ignored it. I was like, let it ride. And then Henry got hurt for me, and then and then the bye weeks start coming up. You're like, oh shit.
That's my biggest concern when I draft. I don't pay I don't pay attention to the big name player. I'm worried about bye weeks and who I got in my secondary, and which is probably why I suck.
Yeah.
When it comes, this is why I suck at fantasy football. Well, I get all the bye week players, and I just go.
I don't know. I think you're a sleeper to win it though.
I'm not gonna win it. If I can place, I'll be happy. Win a couple bucks.
Yeah, I think you will.
So, and then moving on to wide receivers, I went with Hunter Renfrow again. If you've noticed throughout these weeks, I always go with a quarter. Usually, there's a quarterback and a running back or wide receiver in my mix every time. So Renfrow has moved into a must-start territory in all leagues after scoring at least 12 PPR points in 4 of his past 5 games. He has 2 touchdowns and 1 game with 134 yards over that span, including 4 outings with at least 8 targets. He should continue to see a healthy amount of targets from Derek Carr, with Darren Waller out with a knee injury. And this is a great matchup against Washington. The fucked up football team is number 4 in most fantasy points allowed to opposing receivers, and 6 receivers have scored at least 12 PPR points against Washington in the past 5 games. So that I always want to root for an NFC East team when they're not playing the Eagles, but Las Vegas is my second team. I've always just been grew fond of them. And actually, I always said any team that goes to Vegas will be my favorite football team.
Yeah. So, I think Renfrow, he's going to get a lot of targets and a lot of catches this week. So I think that's a great pick.
Watch Washington just fucking nose them over. Watch. We're like, yeah, go Vegas, go Vegas. Derek Carr, what the fuck, football team?
Football team.
You in the football team? Oh, look at you picking.
Bringing it back. Remember, it was like the first week. I think both of us picked him. So he's been a disappointment for the most of the season. Who
is he?
Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk. And but recently he's had 80 yards in the past 3 out of his 4 games with 2 TDs, and Debo's out this week. So I think he's going to be busy, and I also think the running back he picked, Elijah Mitchell, will be busy, and same with George Kittle. So I think these 3 guys will come up and get a lot of targets. So, but he's cursed when we pick him.
I know. That's why I'm not going to say his name a lot, because I know every time I say the same name 3 times, somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
So last year I was hot on my picks. Like, I was pretty steady on all my picks, and then this year my picks are so, but my busts, and pretty much if I say a name a certain way, that boom, injured.
Boom.
Boom, injured.
Boom.
And I'm not going to say his name, because I will, as much as I've cursed him out this year. I like. Are you good? So, all right, let's move on to sleepers and redeemers.
Sleepers and redeemers.
And totally redeem yourself.
So this week I went with the man, the myth, the guy who I've called a bust before. If I can find my clip, there it is. Nope. Oh yeah. Going with Kirk Cousins this week.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, dude, they're playing Detroit.
I know.
Like, might as well just give them a damn game. Cousins was a letdown. That's why he's in a redeeming category this week. Cousins was a letdown in week 12 at San Fran when he scored 19 fantasy points, which snapped a 3-game streak of him scoring at least 21. Well, way to go. He should get back on track this week against Detroit. He has passed for at least 3 touchdowns in 3 of his 5 passes. 3 of his past 5 games against the Lions. In his past 2 years at Detroit, he has a combined 743 passing yards with 8 total touchdowns. Cousins is this week a top 10 fantasy quarterback going into week 13. It's just for this week. Simmer down. Just put him up there if your good quarterback is playing a good team. Just switch it out. Or if you have a 2 quarterback league, throw him in there. See what's going to happen.
Yeah, the only really bad games he had were against great defenses, which was Cleveland, Dallas, and Baltimore.
Right,
So,
and if
yeah,
you're good, if you have a good defense, obviously your numbers aren't going to be good as a
yeah.
quarterback. Like
So,
oh, who wants
yeah.
to love that one?
Yeah, especially
You know.
him.
Yeah, exactly. So
Nah,
we'll see where you at.
I like that pick.
Hey, it's gonna be bad. Where did
Yeah.
I'm lost here now? Where am I? There we go. All right, there you are. Oh, look at you! Look at you! I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you. You're doing the same thing I'm doing.
I know. I feel okay about this pick, but
I feel okay with it too.
yeah, I mean, in week 6 when he played Houston, he threw for 223 yards, 2 TDs, had 17 fantasy points. You know, if Houston puts more pressure on Taylor, with they throw more guys at him and try to stop the run, we could see more passing opportunities for Wentz. But Wentz has scored 20 or more fantasy points in 3 out of his last 6 games, and he had a pretty solid game last week. And I wish I would have started him because I would have beat the ball bastard, and the freaking ball bastard beat me.
Oh,
I know.
Paul, boo, 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 boo. Oh, man, like, come on.
The two kicker.
That's bullshit.
What did he beat you with 2 kickers?
Yeah, he
what
put it in the
hell?
flex spot.
Got a left-handed kicker out there, left-footed kicker. Get triple the points on that one.
Yeah, but
of course I'm always going to root for Wentz. Especially this is another, like I said, I had Kirk Cousins, and because he's playing Detroit, and this is another garbage team. And Indy, a great team. Jonathan Taylor is my number 1 running back right now in my fantasy league.
he's amazing.
He is amazing. And then people are like dogging him, like he's not going to put up good numbers after 52 points.
now he is.
Now he is, and he's like, don't believe me, just watch.
Oh, I love it.
So, I agree. I like your pick there, sir. That was a stellar pick.
It's your boy.
Oh, good for you.
All right. So moving on to our running backs. This is a shocker for me, and that's right, Tolston Scott. Because again, I was typing this super fast, and
You are an idiot.
I love it.
So Boston Scott could be in a great spot if Miles Sanders is out with an ankle injury and Jordan Howard with the knee injury are out this week. Well, if they're out, who knows? They'll try to come back in.
Howard's out. I think Miles was practicing. I think he should be okay, but
then
they always no, not necessarily. Like they hate Miles Sanders. They'll never give him a ball, or he'll average like 7 yards per carry, and then they'll be like, "All right, let's stop running, stop giving him the ball."
Like they do that too. Like because I've noticed that they give Miles Sanders these shitty like run out plays, and then they're like, oh, here you go, Boston. Oh, open a hole.
Yeah, I know.
And he goes up the gut for 7 yards.
Yeah,
which we should be doing. Just go right up the gut. Open a hole, up the gut.
Yep.
But
yeah.
That should give Scott an increased workload in a dream matchup. Scott had 3 games this season already with at least 11 carries, and he scored at least 12 PPR points in all of them. He should be at least a flex player if Sanders or Howard are active, but if both are able to play, then it's hard to trust Scott in any league. That said, the Jets allow the most fantasy points to opposing running backs for the season, and the Eagles are going to run the ball. Well, no, they're not. Sirianni's going to be like, this is a garbage team. Let me just try to throw it up the top. Let's work on your accuracy. Oh no, we got Uncle Rico in, so it is going to be more of a passing game. Rico, Philadelphia running backs have at least 24 carries as a group in each of the past 5 games, so this could be a huge week for Scott if he's the lead option in the backfield, which he probably won't be, because he'll try to throw the ball. Or why can't I put Jalen Hurts as a running back? Well, he's not playing today. Fuck.
Yeah.
Imagine if he was your running back.
I know. It'd be great.
You'd be running the whole league.
Oh man.
Let's go with who you got.
I went with Sony Michel. When he started,
Michelle or Mitchell?
Michelle.
Ooh,
That's
Michelle.
how they pronounce it. Yeah, I know.
Michelle.
Michelle. When he started the one game earlier this year, he had 23 touches, 79 yards. You know, he'll look good. He should look good today against Jacksonville's 21st run defense that's allowed 14 rushing touchdowns. Also, it looks like Darrell Henderson, the starting running back for the Rams, should be out. So this is prime opportunity for him. Good sleeper pick, good flex option. Or if your running back's out, I'd definitely start him this week.
Yeah,
Plus, you're playing Jacksonville.
Right, like everybody, you gotta pay attention to who the other guy is. Like I do this sometimes too. It's like I got Tom Brady as my quarterback, and I'm like, all right, it's Tom Brady, and then I'm like, I forget to see the projected. I forget to see the team, and I forget to look down and go, oh, who's Matt Stafford playing this week? I really got to start doing that. Just because sometimes I've lost just because I didn't switch my quarterback.
Yeah.
But
that's tough to choose between those two. I didn't even realize you had both.
For real. And the one time I thought about doing it, I forgot to hit save, and that was the one game that Brady only scored like 19 points. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think that was the first week I played Monahan when that happened. I'm like, son. Yeah, playing him later in the year. So moving on to wide receivers, I'm going with T.Y. Hilton.
Woo!
Hilton loves facing the Texans. He played them 19 times in his career. He has 101 catches for 1,798 yards and 11 touchdowns on 160 targets over that span. That's a long time. Way to go in the past 8 years you've been in the NFL, whatever it's been. He had 4 catches for 80 yards on 4 targets in week 6 against the Texans, and hopefully that's the floor for him in the rematch. He also just had 4 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown on 5 targets in week 12 against Tampa. You can also go with Michael Pittman, but I'm not talking about Michael Pittman. But Hilton, he's a sneaky option in deeper leagues given his track record against Houston. I'd play him. I just play him.
Oh, yeah.
And
go
let's
for it.
Just go for it. If you're in a shitty, if you're the tail end of the standings in your fantasy league, fuck it. Do it. Who cares? What are you gonna do? Win a game?
Yeah.
So. Moving on to wide receiver for you, Sir Ryan.
I went with Brandon Cooks. It's really as simple as I think he'll have a good week this week against Indy. But it's also simple as the Houston Texans don't have any other players. So he's the only player that Tyrod Taylor can throw to or do anything with.
Tide Pod doesn't have any cycles. Tide Pod Taylor doesn't have any cycles. It's just, the rinse cycle and spin cycle on this one.
Yeah, like the Texans don't have any other receivers that are worth considering. So, he'll obviously get most of the targets and,
So let's put him in double coverage. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I just won the game for you there. Double cover this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
iPod has no chance. Put him right through the rinse cycle.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Cooks. I imagine what he'd be like on a better team. I mean.
Yeah, I know. If only, right?
If only. But, well, hey, he dealt the cards that he's dealt, and that's what I got to do. All right, moving on to Breakout Flex.
Breakout Flex.
So, Breakout Flex player. I don't know why I always felt obligated to put tight ends in this situation. I don't know why I always usually go for a breakout. My breakout flex is usually a tight end. This week I decided to get a little saucy, and I went with Antonio Gibson because he's a good running back. Oh, good. I spelled it right on my notes. I completely botched all of it. Gibson is getting hot at the right time, and apparently the bye week 9 was the best thing for him. He got the rest with his injured shin. He has a shin injury.
I know. Wow.
Damn my shin. Oh, I hit the nightstand. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hit my Gibson guitar. Oh, no. In the past 3 games, he's played well with an increased workload of at least 19 total touches in each outing. His Week 12 performance against Seattle was the best game of the season with 29 carries, 111 yards, along with 7 catches, 35 yards on 7 targets. He could be highly involved in the passing game again if J.D. McKissick is out with his neck injury. And Gibson is for what you got. He's probably one of the better running backs for the leagues in any of the leagues.
Yeah, he was a disappointment in the beginning, but now the last 2 weeks he's got over 100 yards and ton of touches. So it's great because I have him, and it was very frustrating. So now he's coming back, and
so what you're saying is I got to say Antonio Gibson a few more times. Oh my God! Gibson down! Gibson down!
It'll be like he'll come out of the game.
ACL.
No, he'll get shin splints. He's out of the game.
What is shin splints? I've never had a shin splint. Maybe I have. I just didn't know what it was.
It's basically pain in your shins when you run, or I guess if you're walking.
That's every day. I've had a constant shin splint for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
It hurts. Go to work.
I know.
And well, whatever. Where are we at here? Breakout flex for you there, Sir Ryan.
I'm going Van Jefferson again this week. If Odell's out this week, I think it's a good pickup. Both him and Odell did good last week. Jefferson had a 70-something yard touchdown pass. He had about 3 catches. So he's hot right now. Ever since Robert Woods has been out, he's been a full-time receiver with this offense. They're playing against Jacksonville. I don't think I have to really explain too much on that, but so he's been good the past couple of weeks. I think it's a easy flex start. I think he's worth starting every week now with a flex. So, or if you have any wide receivers on the bye, definitely pick him up. He might have been picked up in most leagues now, but he might still be out there.
Is this the last week of bye weeks? I think.
I think you're right. It might be, or maybe
one more week. I don't know. It's
maybe next week. It's a longer season this year, so we added another one. Next week. Next week, because the Eagles are on a bye next week, so that might be the last week. Actually,
it might be the last week the Eagles win a game.
Yeah,
because after that they got Washington, Giants, and Dallas. And that's it.
I know.
4 weeks left in the regular season.
I know.
And
it's crazy.
Oh man! And then they're gonna. And I laugh, and people are like, "Oh, Eagles could be a playoff contender." Wrong. Nope.
Well, blew it last week.
Definitely blew it last week when because you didn't run the fucking ball.
I know.
Can I put Nick Sirianni as a bust? Like, can I actually do that?
You should.
Forget the rest of the player. Nick Sirianni, bust of the week there, folks. I'm about the bust.
That's a bust.
All right, so for my bust of the week, let me clear out there. I'm going with Joe Burrows.
I'm about to bust.
Oh,
Burrow has been mediocre fantasy quarterback as of late. And if you're starting him in week 13, then you should hope for a shootout against Justin Herbert. Most likely, the Bengals will lean on Joe Mixon in this matchup since the Chargers can't stop the run, and Burrow's fantasy production will be minimal. He scored 17 points or less in 3 games in a row against the Browns, Raiders, and Steelers. He's been under 200 passing yards in each of his past 2 outings. Wow, you suck. The Chargers only give up an average of 17.2 fantasy points per game to opposing quarterbacks because teams run on them, and the Bengals will follow suit. Burrow is not a must start. He's not. Just don't do it. You're going to have yourself a bad time, okay?
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but Mixon's been,
Matt Lewis, what's going on, brother? How are you making out today? Way to show up late. How's your hangover? How's your hangover treating you there, Matt Lewis? And if you guys have been paying attention, Matt Lewis is just on the latest episode of Barfy and the Bastard Brigade with his band The Hungry and Dangerous with their new song Insomniac. So go check that out on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, your computer, my computer,
your mom's computer.
Your mom's computer. I got a yuck at hamiltongreen.com. DVDA porn for life. All those sites. But yeah. Don't start Joe Burrow because
I'm about to bust.
Us.
And for your bust this week,
It's a risky one. I'm doing Elijah Moore. He's like their only offensive option, one of the few on the Jets. I'm just banking on big play Slay and the Eagles secondary to shut them down this week. I think the Eagles should destroy this team. I mean, they should.
They
But
should. But
but-
remember, Eagles play to the caliber of the team.
I know, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not. Some people are high on him this week. I'm not high on him this week. I think the Eagles secondary will shut him down.
So I was listening to radio, sports radio. I forget where it was. Either it was the NFL channel on Sirius or WIP local.
Mhm.
And what the hell is that? You got sleigh bells in the background, Santa Claus in there?
Yeah,
Oh, is your cat playing with bells?
yeah, on the tree.
Damn cat. Fucking cats.
Cats.
But he like he's cocky. I like that about him. He is cocky, but he flat out was like, they're like talking about how he, is the go-to on the defense with all the picks and everything. And
yeah.
he's like, that's what I do. That's my job. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, he's doing good.
I wanted him to be like, I am the greatest. I piss gold. I wanted some Ric Flair action out of him, just sitting there.
Woo!
Woo!
Nice.
I mean, I would love to see that out of him. But yeah, Elijah Moore, like, you have nobody. Your quarterback is so he can't like what are you gonna do? Like, and again, you have one good player, double coverage. Done. But they won't do that. They'll still do man on, and Elijah Moore will get open, and then Slay's got to run halfway across the fucking field and intercept the ball to do any work. If the Eagles lose, I have to do a nickelback drum cover this week. Oh, please do animals. I want to see you do animals if you're going to have to do a drum cover, because that's one of I actually enjoy that Nickelback song, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to play. For as simple as it is, just for the accents on certain words and hits. But you know what, Matt? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go Kelly Green this week, or whatever diarrhea green that the Jets are now. Might have to go diarrhea green this week, just to see that. Just to see that.
I'm about to bust.
So again, moving on to bet of the week.
Oh, it's a bet.
All right. Going on with the bet of the week. If I can find my numbers yet again, switch it back and forth through screens. I'm not that quick like Monahan is, but I'm going to take Minnesota on this bet because it's Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Like, they're going to win by they're going to win by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, hopefully.
if they don't, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I will never even say the name Kirk Cousins again. Never.
Till next.
He'll be dead to me. No, I won't. No. If he's playing next year, I'm going to say his name in our preseason episode 4 fucking times. So he goes out with an ACL injury, or he gets one of the Hollywood Joe Namath injuries where just knee gets snaps in half.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Career-ending injury, and oh my God, Cousins is down. Oh no. You hear Vince McMahon in the background. Oh my God, this is pandemonium. So,
oh man.
And I don't gamble either. Let's see who you got here. Ooh, this is tight.
San Fran, yeah.
Like 3? They're only giving them 3.
Yeah, I think I saw 3.5 too. It might go up. It should go up, but I mean, they're both on the West Coast, so they're playing in Seattle, so it's not like San Fran's got a crazy travel to go there, because like
right, you're still same time zone. Might be a tip nipply out. Might be a tip at nipply.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw that line too, and I was like, I mean, I
yeah,
figured that Seattle gave up at this point.
like so when I see games like this, it makes me wonder, like, because again, there's been that theory that the NFL is staging games now, and when I see where a team should dominate completely, to me I see that and I go high penalties. That already screams high penalties to keep the game close.
Yeah.
I hope not. Like I seriously hope that if the NFL is not staged like the WWE, but chances are I wouldn't believe it, because for a while there you were able to call like, oh, here comes a flag, here comes another flag, here comes the putter throw, and you can't. I don't know, man. That the past 3 years the NFL has gone downhill with everything, and I can't stand to watch it sometimes. Sometimes I actually just put it on mute and just watch the game, because I don't want to hear one. I fucking hate Joe Buck. And
yeah, everyone does.
like how like seriously, I want to do a poll, like, who do you hate more, Donald Trump or Joe Buck?
Yeah, right.
And I feel, I mean, throw Hitler in there and I think Joe Buck is still number one.
Yeah.
Like I can't. If you're watching, tell me who do you hate more? Because I want to know. Ooh, somebody just logged off when I made that comment. No, but seriously, Joe Buck can fuck off. But that about wraps it up. It's really quick without Monahan here.
I know, right? We have so much time to do stuff now.
We got time to do karate in the garage. We can record another podcast right now, like Rudy to do. And, so coming up, we do have Shocking Christmas we're planning. We also have 2 new episodes recorded. We have the Bald Bastard Takeover, and I forget which episode we're doing first, but another episode where we go through facts of how bald men are smarter than haired men. It's been scientifically proven that bald men have a higher IQ level, have an higher average IQ level.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. Especially the Bald Bastard. I'm just going to be, you bastard. So,
boy.
So stay tuned for the rest of this month. I believe after we do the Shocking Christmas, we'll probably take a little hiatus as per the podcast side, not for fantasy football, because we're going to train run this whole thing. And we'll take a 2-week break for the holidays, and because you know how horrible the holidays are. I don't know. We'll see. I get drunk and sit in my basement and be like, hey, it's Christmas. Ho, ho, motherfuckers. So, all right, there, guys. Ryan, thanks for hanging out. You're looking rather lavish with that beard. Your beard game's coming in strong. I'm proud of you.
I know. I just got a haircut too.
Look at you.
I got more sleep.
Yeah, you look well rested.
Well rested. I'm off night shift now.
Oh, you're back on days?
Well, yeah. Like I just got off at Friday. Friday night was my last night. So.
Oh man.
I know. Nice. I had overtime Friday night, but it was cool.
I don't know. I got a rental car since someone smashed my car the other day, and I feel I need to do some shenanigans with it. Either a Boston run. It's got 4-wheel drive, the little mom car I got. So maybe we'll go off road and do some stupid shenanigans. So
you should. Beat the balls.
It's a fucking 4-banger anyway. It's an EcoSport. The car I have is a Ford EcoSport. It doesn't even have a name. It just says EcoSport on the back of the thing.
You're like, what is this?
What the hell is an EcoSport? What is it? Oh my God. So, all right, guys, until next time, check it out here, anchor.fm/BATBB. You go there, become a supporter. It's as little as 99 cents a month. Barfy the Bastard Brigade.threadless.com for any swag. Every Tuesday, we release a new podcast. And again, Shocking Christmas coming up soon. So, all right, brother, thanks for hanging out.
All right, thanks, man. I'll see you.
See you guys next time.
Yeah.
Whoops, I forgot to end it.